What's going on? It's about 05:30. I'm a little late today, but I'm gonna get out walking for about 60 to 90 minutes. But I just wanted to give a shout out again. I touched my last video was about how to improve your glutes, and I told you guys I would make a series. Before we start the series, I want to kind of get one thing straight, and this goes for both men and women. Okay, please don't fixate yourself on a number from a scale. If you do anything, I want you to take pictures of yourself, have your significant other or whoever take a picture of you from the front, the side, the back, okay? And then look yourself in the mirror, identify what you need to work on, and then start to gauge your progress based off of improvement in those areas. Okay, do not weigh yourself and think that that's the end all be all. All right, and same thing goes with a body fat number, because if that was the case, people would call me obese for my whole life, right? And I'm not. So, and I'm going to use myself as an example. I feel big and right at like 240, 245, but I look my best at 210, 215. You know what I mean? Like, so that's not a number that sits well with me on the scale. 215, I feel like a little boy for me, right? I've been a big boy my whole life, but I feel like a kid when I'm at that weight. So if I was to go off the scale, then I would be completely wrong, because like I wouldn't be able to achieve my goals of looking ripped and fit if I couldn't get past the scale. And I'm not telling people not to pay attention to the scale. I'm just saying don't give it so much emphasis that you overlook the progress that you've made, or that you do look good. Some people just wear weight better than others. And some people are dense. My daughter is dense. She's heavy, but she looks great. For an 8-year-old, she has a great physique. But she's a heavy girl. You pick her up and you're like, wow, you are a heavy girl. But she looks great, right? For me, like, I if I get down into the 210s, 215s, man, psychologically I start to shut down. I'm like, this is crazy. I can't be this light. For whatever reason, it just doesn't feel good inside, but it looks great on the outside. So if I really wanted to achieve the physique that I want, then I have to get comfortable in my skin at 210, 215. Okay, and this goes on for everybody. Some guys, they want to be 200 pounds. They're in the 160s, 170 range. They want to be 200. But what if 200 doesn't look good? Then what? Then you're 200 pounds. Congratulations. What's the point of that? Are you an athlete? Are you a wrestler? Are you doing something that requires you to tip the scale at a certain number? No? Then don't worry about it. It's because we all are going to wear weight differently. What matters is when you look yourself in the mirror, what are you seeing? How are people reacting to you? Are they like, wow, you look great, right? Or, you get checked out, or, whatever the case may be that's telling you that you're on the right track. Because it was once said to me a long time ago that, like, no one cared that I was 250, 60 pounds, 270 pounds. There was a point in my life where I was almost 280, and people remember this in 2007 when I was in Fallujah. I was almost 280 pounds. I was huge. I was a tank. But how many people think I look great? None. I looked big. I was scary. I was intimidating. But I didn't look great. That didn't come until later. Matter of fact, that didn't really come until I moved to Hawaii. So then I realized, oh, I'm taking my shirt off. Oh, there are guys that look 10 times better than I do. They may not be as big as I am, but they look better than I do. I had to adjust everything. I had to readjust my mind, my self-reflection of what the scale meant. And that was a real eye-opener. And that's actually something that I think is a great gift that you can give to anybody, is to realize that the scale isn't the end all be all. Okay, the scale is what it is. Your best body could be at a certain weight that you never thought was right or was too heavy, but that's what you're getting your most looks from. That's what's giving you the greatest feeling in the mirror or in a picture. You're like, wow, I look great. But guess what? If you're fixated on a number that didn't, coincide with what you thought was right, then what? So don't get fixated on a number. Get fixated on what you feel inside when you look in the mirror, or how you fit in your clothes, or whatever. I was joking the other day, but like my wife Karen, she gets on me all the time, right? Because for me, I'm at a point in my life where I want to improve certain areas. It's not necessarily the whole thing. It's certain areas. I've always had less than stellar glutes, right? So I want bigger glutes. I want to have that big, thicker upper lower body, right? So I've been working extra hard on glutes, hip thrusts, etc. And then I go to put on clothes the other day, and I'm like, damn, I can't barely fit in these pants. And she's like, duh, you've been hitting glutes, and they're filling out. So guess what? You're not gonna fit in your clothes the way you thought you should. You know what I mean? So, prime example, guys. Like, if you're doing certain exercises, you're doing certain things, you're gonna look great, but it may not fit in your life of like the scale or your clothes. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as when you're looking, you're gaining what you want to gain, or losing what you want to lose, or you're shaped the way you want to be shaped. Those are the things you need to take in consideration on progress. Don't look at a scale, because it doesn't give you a good reflection, and it could be a real Debbie Downer when you consider like. There are so many other things out there that you can do to make yourself feel better. And at the end of the day, that's what we do, right? We want to feel better. We want to look better. We want to have, solicit better reactions from people, because to include ourselves. If you are constantly worrying about a, arbitrary number, then you're going to miss all the beauty that is sitting right in front of you. And you're not going to be able to appreciate it. And you're going to continually fight. But guess what? Your body may not allow you to get to that number. Or it might be such a fight that it's not worth it. And a few extra pounds never hurt. And so please keep that in mind, okay, as you start your journey. Go off of what you're looking like, from the front, the side, the back. Have someone take a picture of you. You know what I mean? And then fix those areas, and then I promise you everything else will come in line. But if you fixate on a number, you may get to that destination and realize one or two things. One is doesn't look as good, than a couple extra pounds did, and number two is that effort to keep that body weight may not be, like realistic. For me, I look my best, what I feel like is my best, at like 210, 215. But ask me if that's possible to sustain for long periods of time. Absolutely not. I have to start eating again. I have to start, taking in enough calories, because I shut down, and I don't feel good inside. I look great, and it's awesome, cool. I look great, but I don't feel great. So what's the point of doing it? Or I need to find that happy medium where I look great and I feel great. And that's what I want from all you. I want you to find that happy medium where you look great and you feel great, and you can be happy with, what a scale says. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, unless, you are competing for something that requires your scale to be a certain. If you're a wrestler and you're trying to wrestle at the 160, weight class, guess what? That's what you got to meet. But I'm not talking to wrestlers right now. I'm talking to men and women that want to look and feel their best, okay? So do me a favor, keep pushing, keep working. I'm getting all these comments that people are walking and moving, and November started a new month. So get out there, start working on your goals. It's never too late, okay? You can always change your position in life. It's never too late. Start now, and you'll be so happy that you did. And I'm loving all the feedback, all the motivation and stuff. It gets me out here. I can't wait to see you guys get out here. We do it together, right? They say it takes a village to raise kids, and I 100% agree with that, okay? It takes a village to get fit, right? Because you need that motivation. You need someone saying, "Hey, man, you're or girl, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work," and and then be encouraged. Okay, so keep up the good work. I'm telling you, keep up the good work. I'm proud of each and every one of you guys that are, getting out there and achieving your goals. Do not stop, but do not fixate on things that may or may not actually be what you want. You know what I mean? Have a figure in mind. The saying goes, you can't hit a target that you can't see. Well, you should be able to close your eyes and see exactly what you want to be physically, right? You should be able to close your eyes and say, okay, this is what I want. All right, cool, I got it. And then go get it like your life depends on it. All right? So until the next video, stay motivated, stay fit, keep the posts coming. I'm excited to see that there's progress going and people are motivated and getting motivated on my videos. That is exactly what they were intended to do. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. And until next time, stay savage.